Hello, YouTube, and welcome back into some Let's Play Civilization 6. We're going after the Jebel. I really like this wonder. I would be so tickled if we could get this. And it might even make me like settle another bad city just to get hit by the radius. But currently, won't hit over there. 2, 4, 6. So it'll hit here, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities. So this is worth 24 faith per turn. That's pretty great. And then not to mention it'll make some of our tiles, well, maybe not quite enough. Improving tiles for Earth Goddess is certainly a thing. But in the meantime, we're going after Newton, so we're running projects for that. I really hope we can beat Congo there. I wonder what Congo took for their... You don't get to see it, do you? Yeah, if they don't found a religion, you can't actually check out their... Pantheon. I was wondering if he took Divine Spark. Okay, anyways, let's go on to the next turn as we build our districts. We're looking for 4 era score in the next 13 to 33 turns, probably closer to 13 than 33. We have enough faith to buy all this stuff. That's certainly a bunch of era score. I don't really know what I'm saving our faith for. We could look at national parks and things later, but again, I think we're pivoting into science. All right, there goes the Jebel. After I sing its praises, it is gone the next turn. It's really late for Jebel to be available. I wasn't crazy optimistic that we would get it, but I thought it was worth a shot. File it under W for worth a shot. What city is this now? This is here. So I suppose even just a theater square is fine. Because it's not really getting better than this +2 in this city. Yeah. So that's fine. So let's go ahead and get them started on a district. We'll start to get our theater squares, even if we don't go towards tourism. This is a fine district to get. 1, 2, 3. I can't use that for adjacency. Oh, well. Hey, Chris, how you doing, man? It's your mom's birthday today. Happy birthday to your mom, Alex. Tell her I say hi. She'll be like, huh? Let's at least lock that in and go this route. There goes my Jebel. And then up to Merchant Republic. Pretty late on Merchant Republic. Okay. That could be a national park later. Why am I planning national parks? Let's just go to space. Let's just go to space. Right? Chris, thank you for the bits, my friend. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. Give them some production. Thinking about Earth Goddess, but if we're going to space, let's just make production. Let's just make production happen. I can't get into this lake. It's all cliffs. That fish is going to get erupted on. And I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. Poor fish. Poor fish. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate those 20 bits as well. As always. Thank you. Christina's not doing much science yet. Our main competition's here, and I think we can overtake them really quick. We have some really good campuses available. So, faith for monumentality in the next era? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, that's a thing. We're going to go merchant exploring here. Tunnel tech into the lake, yeah. Because improving that fish at turn 250 will be good. Cliffs of Dover, nice. But yes, you're true. You're correct. Eventually, we certainly can. No mods these days. Special duckling. Keto DZ, thank you for the 2 months. As I said at the top of the stream, my sub notifications are off for today. We have a new one debuting tomorrow. So if you do feel like holding your sub or sharing your resubs until tomorrow, that is totally okay with me. Keto DZ, thank you so much for the repeat Prime sub. Welcome on back into the shop. Appreciate that a lot. Don't think I'm building wonders, am I? So we can get rid of that card for now. I'd like to run veterancy if I'm being honest, to get our harbors up and going. even though we're running great people points. I think running the projects will be better. So that leaves me with urban planning and something else. Science. Although buying some tiles at the moment is a pretty good idea. If I said that, I'm sorry, Chimera. And people shouldn't make fun of you. That's not very nice. Because that way I can do this. I did. Yeah, okay. That was the discounted version. Plus 6 campus over there for them. Finish the lighthouse first. Got that already. Murphy with the 9 months. Welcome on back to the shop, my friend. Thank you very much. I am a proud new sub baby daddy. I'm going to buy this tile. And this tile. Spend all my money. Spend all my money on tiles, as you do. As you do. Okay, heading up here. I think that's fine. I like a 2-turn policy switch, though. It's probably all the tile buying I want to do. I'm never founding religion. I don't mind grabbing this envoy. Sure. Give you some good news, everyone. We spent all of our money.
I'd imagine the whole world.
Trade routes, trade routes, trade routes. Gonna have another one here in a second. Could go after Colossus. I think I'd rather just build a trader. We're about to get this. I think heading up towards Ruhr now makes sense if we're making this pivot into science. So probably never actually boosting military tactics. We can start with that. What's up, you bring light in? How you doing, dude? What is happening? So that is breathtaking appeal. Do I have lumber mills unlocked or no? Let's make sure we unlock those. Lumber mills when you have Earth Goddess. Rather important. Let's go ahead and get those now. Build exploring for the win. She's settling again over here. It's kind of annoying. All right, there's the end of the era coming up. We still need 4 more era score to get it. Is that our first quality campus that's going to be coming? Because that would be 3 of it. No, that was quality as well. Oh, I'm like, why double science? Right. Mausoleum. Where am I building Ruhr? Probably alongside Petra here. It's actually like our only river in the game, so it's pretty much our only option for Ruhr. So we'll have to make sure that's a thing. All right, so let's switch back. We don't need tile buying anymore. I think we can go into campus adjacency. We don't have crazy amount of campuses yet, but I think that'll be good. And I like veterancy in there a lot to get our harbors up and running. Could also run serfdom. We'll want to run that in about 10 turns, I think. I think I'm using all of this faith to continue to expand our land and improve our tiles and things. So in the meantime, I think running natural philosophy makes sense. Do we have any first meets to send out? We do. Okay, I should have done this last turn too. Oh well. So we'll keep veterans in there. I'm gonna run Diplo League alongside natural philosophy here. We'll just run this and switch this at the next one. But I should have done it in the last one because we had a quicker policy switch. But I think that is worth it. Can now take some first suzerains if we're looking for that era score. We probably are. So Jerusalem. What do we have left? Only 1. So we could... Oh, Hattusa. Never mind. Never mind. We're really close to 4 trade routes. I think I'd rather go up to guilds. I'm never really getting 2 markets in this game. We're mostly a harbor-focused game. So now we're 3 era scores shy. Yeah, we can look at quests for some suzerains for sure. For sure. Let's do open borders. Yeah, and there are scientific and actually a really nice set of city-states for a space race game, if I'm being honest. Not really a thing. I could go here for another envoy. That's actually not a bad idea. So I'm not probably getting this Eureka. We could just switch policies in 4, grab this extra envoy. That way we can suzerain here. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to send them a trade route. Because they're where? That's Babylon. Yeah, they're all the way down here. There's no way that's going to work. Babylon would be nice if we get our theater squares. Yeah, no doubt about that. I'm going to try for Nazca lines, probably eventually. Lots to work on in the meantime, though. Well, it was, Johnny. That's what I said. Campus districts would be great, but we're probably still on city center. Let's take a look and see what our cities have. See, we have our city center buildings there and there and there and here and there and there and there and there and there. Okay, so we actually want this pretty desperately, I think, to switch to campuses. And then we'll make things cheaper to produce in case we have to respond to something. I think that's okay. Didn't know you could cycle through cities like that. I know that's the best part about Civ, right? You get to learn something new every day. You truly do. Let's go after this. Let's see. Ooh, baby. All right, let's see if that added volcanic soil into the city center. Campus and 50% production. Wow. Okay, so we've actually won both of our congresses so far. This is what might lead you into a Diplo victory, to be perfectly honest. And that did not add in. You didn't make this volcanic soil. You're just floodplains. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. No, I learn stuff all the time. I truly do. I'm not proud about what I know. I'm happy to learn more stuff. So I still learn stuff pretty often. Pretty often. It's okay, Blue Wings. I have some tea that is evading my mouth today, but I'm doing my best. Yeah, no Mahabadi because we didn't settle or found a religion at all. So it's an interesting thing. We may or may not go that route. Dope. Dope. What victory are we going for? We're not sure yet, Draco. I'm thinking it's going to turn into a space race, but we'll see. Yeah, we started Jebel, but then got beat to it. How can you turn on the overview in the top right? If you go into options and you go into interface and you go show yields in HUD ribbon and say always show. We earned 32 this turn. We should be able to catch up. These two cities doing it. That one just finished, I think. 7 turns. Basically 3 more projects.
Him that overcometh.
+3 over there because of this. I don't hate that. Man, I have been getting flooded with spam calls lately. It's really annoying. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get that. We're running the policy for it. Why +3? It's counting. It's because of this. It's because of 2 coastal tiles and then the +2 from this. Am I going to do a Jong rush? Normally I do with Indonesia. I really like the Jong. It's an excellent unit. But if you look at this big, this is really tough to navigate, especially missing out on the canal cities. Here we have the 1, but that's about it. it's going to be really tough. Like, you'd need to canal this whole area to really make Jongs work. So I think I'm actually ignoring the Jong this time around. Every other Indo playthrough we've had, we've Jonged it up, and it's been great, but I don't think this is the game for it. Do we care about road infrastructure within this land? I think we do to some extent. So why don't we start over there? This is a fine like farm triangle for them. They have 8 pop. We're gonna get a bunch of builders soon. I don't mind just kind of grabbing that. Eight turns on the era. With that. Chechen to Christina. More eruptions down here. Okay. So we can farm these now and not lose our appeal. Specifically, actually both of them could be farmed. And we could keep Earth Goddess on them. I don't hate that. Again, things that we'll look at in 7 turns when we start a new era. All right, what broke? Nothing? Nothing. So mine, and just a +1 industrial zone there. We can make that better with either a dam if we want it, and a commercial hub, or just the dam. I think it's best to start it now. Remember your headphones today just for me? Thanks, Quarian. I appreciate you. I think that's fine. Yeah, I mean, you could do Ruhr. We're going to have to save one of these tiles for Ruhr. That's true. So we could maybe do the dam and Ruhr and forget the commercial hub, although that seems kind of bad. I don't really care about the dam, unless they need the housing, and they kind of do. So it's interesting. But let's start with that. +0 industrial zone. Yeah, that's what I believe in now. You guys sold me so much on industrial zones. I'm all about the +0 ones now. Screw it. See, I hate these sea-based ones. Once you have harbors, your trade routes tend to find their way through this way. So we want to look at like this trade route, even though, or maybe even this one because it's shorter. Same yield, shorter. Valencia gives them food. Food's not bad in our in that city. I think I'm just gonna go here though. This is a pretty big road. It ties both of these cities into our already existing road here. So then we're really just missing like a couple more. And I don't mind that because we will want to move builders around later on with Royal Society and things like that. We're passing up a pretty good trade route to do it, but I think it's fine. No, in order to get Ruhr, I have to build industrial zones. Otherwise, you know, whatever. And frankly, this is actually the type of industrial zone that I like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll touch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 4 cities. A little bit better if we could do one more, but whatever.
A good navy is not a provocation to war. It is the surest guarantee.
So that lets me switch. We can also go ahead and suzerain here. That's 2 of our remaining 3 era score. We have 6 turns to grab this. Can probably just faith by something. It looks like we will get this within time too. So that should be our whole. That should be our whole era, our whole golden age. But that means we can save it. So unless somebody else suzerains this first, which would obviously make us sad, we kind of judiciously prevent something from happening. We could also buy like iron or like an iron unit or a horse or something like that. You play online sometimes. I will be soon. I'm not allowed to talk about it yet, but there's something coming up where I will be playing multiplayer things soon. Veterancy still working on that, this, eventually that. So yeah, that's fine. When the internet's fixed, I mean, I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm not gonna say anything about the internet. Can't miss Misi. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Appreciate that. This will be good eventually. So all we really want to change here is Diplomatic League. Did I ignore your comment on humankind coincidence? I didn't see. What about, wait, just saying humankind? I can't talk about that either. Thalia, hey, can we get some love in chat for Thalia? Thalia, dealing with some things, and I don't want to out you or embarrass you or anything, but much love to Thalia. Thank you for being an awesome member and a treasured member of this community, and I hope you recover quickly, my friend. For real though. No, I know, Quarian. I know you, Joshin. Thank you, chat. Love in chat for our lovely people. It's good stuff. Where did my trader capacity go? Oh, it went away because of the Congress. That's annoying. Yeah, I'll wait for this boost, I think. We need to keep running projects.
My man.
So let's run this one and this one. That's fine. Tundra Swarm, thank you for the follow. Again, we're going to hold this envoy until we absolutely need it. We're happy you're here, Thalia. For real, though. For real. If this is the Oscars and you're tearing up because of the the teary things, speech. Give us a speech, Thalia. Who would you like to thank? And why is it the Academy? Is that a +3 campus with potential to be +4? Where? Which one? This one? This is already +4. It's going to be +5 eventually. Oh, in the Congo City? This is 2, 3. And if he puts a harbor over there, it's a 4. Yeah, it's not bad. Like to thank myself for all the hard work. If you guys will ever win an Oscar, who's the first person you're thanking? Oscar speeches are a trip, man. They can really go off the rails. I don't really care about celebrity culture very much, and I kind of never have. But that's something that kind of doesn't escape people. I'd like to thank my mom and my dad for my mom specifically for birthing me, because I'm awesome and I won this award. Like, some of them are so crazy. Some of them are like, wait, what? Thalia, you did it. You gave us speed. Thank you to all of my beloved fans. Thank you for this tribute. I'd like to thank my collaborators on the project, especially the amazing me. I love it, Thalia. You did it. Well done. Good yes-anding. Good yes-anding. Rules of improv to live by, and chat's learning too. I love it. It's the coolest. All right, 5 turns left on the era. Any campungs down? Yeah, we have a few. We're looking for borders here. Yes, and yeah. So for those of you who aren't familiar, if you're not familiar with like Whose Line Is It Anyways, that's some awesome improv that you can check out. There are a lot of different places to check out improv, but what I'm talking about with yes and, it's basically the #1 improv rule, and what it means is, like, if you're doing improv, you're doing make-em-ups, right? Like you're riffing, it's shtick, it's lies, it's whatever you want to call it, but it's fabricate it. And so they, like if you've ever seen a stand-up show, they'll be like, oh, give me an idea from the audience. Give me a topic. And somebody will be like, zoos. And you'll be like, all right, zoos. We've got Martha here at the zoo, and she's sticking her head in the face of a lion, or something like that. And the idea of yes and is that actor then has a job to portray like, okay, I'm getting my head eaten by a lion. I'm at the zoo. I've got my head eaten by a lion. And the co-actors in that scene have to say yes and, right? So they have to take what you're doing, validate it, and then add to it. Because the opposite would be like, oh no, she's not in a lion. She's actually on the moon. And then it just derails the whole thing, right? That's no but. So yes and is like, oh, there is a lion, and oh, this lion's made of stuffing. This is a fake lion, and blah 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 blah. So that's actually something that matters a lot, not only in improv, but you can apply it to your daily life. Like, why shut people down? Add to what they're saying. Take what they're saying, add to it. Be an interesting conversationalist. But then also, like, if you're playing something like D&D, that is D&D is just kind of bad improv at the core of it, right? Like it's bad improv with rules and dungeons and stuff. But it's a really important rule to apply to your D&D campaigns, because if somebody is like, oh, I want to heist this bank, let's do it. And if you're the guy that's like, nah, I don't want to do that, like, you're the lame one. Like, that person had an idea and you could have done something cool with it, and instead you shut it down. So apply the rules of yes and to your D&D worlds. Just saying. And that's all I'll say about it. Loved improv in 8th grade. I never got into improv or theater when I was like a kid, and I really wish I would have, because I think I would have taken to it. Do I like the new Who's Line or the classic? I really love the new cast quite a bit, Quirion. I really like Jeff Davis and some of the people that are on there. So yeah, I do like it. I mean, Drew Carey's great too. Or the OG British one's obviously also fantastic, but I don't know, they're always fun. Have I done improv? No. But I did grow up in Chicago, and that's like, so improv's kind of in my blood. Because, Second City, and I think that's how that works. I'm not totally sure. Look up One Last Job. What is that? One Last Job. Interesting. TV tropes. I'll have to check that out. Improv in college, loved it. Nice. Yeah, I really wish I would have gotten into it. Not sure where to find a D&D group. Chris, my recommendation is always find... God, how come none of these traders are good? Let's try it down there. But just find your local gaming store. You're probably going to play with kids and people that aren't great at doing yes and having quality D&D, but it's a great place to get your feet wet. I really recommend like just starting somewhere. Like, even bad D&D can be good, especially if you're that new to it or that desperate for it. I'm not saying you're desperate or whatever, but like, there are plenty of cool things that you can get involved in, even if they're not great or not perfect. Like, I think a lot of hanging out at your local gaming store does actually give you a recourse to be like, oh, I learned a lot about what not to do, and and now I want to do D&D with my friends, and I've learned some lessons, and we're going to make it better, and we're going to do it, we're going to add to it every single time. So it is tough. I will say even people with like, friend groups and all that have a hard time getting consistent D&D going. You can also find games on Roll20. There's like LFG stuff and whatnot. It really is. It's a really cool place to, it's an awesome creative outlet. Just even thinking about your character or doing anything like that. Have you ever played any other RPGs or just D&D? I've only ever really played D&D. I mean, I know of Shadowrun and stuff like that. But the only one I've actually played is D&D. So there's an era score for us. Dang it, we missed the good one. The last one had a trade route attached to it. This one doesn't do anything for us. It technically allows us to explore a little bit, but cartography's in like 2 turns. So this is a pretty useless admiral, unfortunately. But it does give us era score, and we're only 2 shy now. I've played, a friend of mine made up his own like D&D thing. Which was cool. We played Jawas. Ooh, I will take that. Gives us to 3 there. Yeah, we were Jawas, which was really cool because we were pretty expendable. Like you were kind of expected your character to die and just to be rebuilt and stuff. So nice, church. That sounds awesome. There's that city she plunked down. Not too much in my way. All right, 2 era score in 3 turns. Let's do it. How's our scientist coming along? It's coming along. I could buy this. This is a ton of era score to just buy right now, but I don't think we need to. That sounds cool, backstab averse. Yeah, someone grabbed the good admiral, which makes me sad. We still have Hattusa's suzerain. Yeah, we still have that as an option. Yes, indeed. Awesome, Professor Monkeys. Furs blocking, yeah, a +4 campus over here. That's absolutely true. We could certainly come settle this island. It's not amazing, but it could be functional. Wow. 5-tile mausoleum. Obviously, we've already built it, but over here, lots of turtles. It's pretty nice. Okay. 2 turns left on the era. I don't think we're stumbling into the era score, are we? So why don't we not risk this going away and just grab our golden age here? If we go like 1 over, so what?
Not all who won.
Oh, we did go over. What do we research? Cartography. That's fine. Like I said, if we go 1 over, whatever. Because I don't know that I'm finding exactly one extra era score anytime soon. Theoretically, those, but like whatever. I don't even have a place to use them. I really just want this Newton, and we'll be happy. All right, so now we get to go back into a golden age and spend all this faith. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Still working on this. I can faith buy traders next turn 2 and get that other Eureka. I'm going to buy this. Should have done that a while ago with Pingala in that city. Because I have places to use those, to use Newton now. I'm going to go ahead and get the +3 theater square. Oh god, we found it. Oh, because the science building. All right, so I actually wasted it. I went 1 turn early on the suzerain, and we could have absolutely saved it to start this next era. I went exactly 2 over. Whoops. That's why you wait. That's why you wait. Which authors would people want here to game with? I'd really love to game with Patrick Rothfuss or Brandon Sanderson. Obviously, there are some of my favorites, but those would be a couple of the authors that I'd want to hang out with, I think. Patrick Rothfuss is on Twitch. He does charity events. He does streams. He hangs out. Sometimes he'll play like Fallout 1, which is awesome. Neil Gaiman would be amazing. How many rerolls is too many? Impossible. Does not compute. What did they write? Patrick Rothfuss wrote the Name of the Wind series, which is fantastic fantasy. You should really check it out. And Brandon Sanderson is kind of one of the most accomplished fantasy authors of our generation. If you ask me, he's a guy that finishes his work and gets it done and writes really cool creative stuff. So. Gaiman's rate overrated. I mean, you can be overrated and still be good, right? Have you told me your Brandon Sanderson story before? No. No, I don't know any Brandon Sanderson stories. Tell me. So now we get to go back into Monumentality here. There is no more free inquiry or something like that. Free inquiry when you have a bunch of quality harbors is quite nice. But in our particular game, we definitely want Monumentality back. I'm gonna slot in the builder policy next turn, and we're gonna improve all of our lands like crazy. Yeah, King Killer 3 would be great. You saw him on some board game YouTube video from years ago? Really? That's cool. He's done like podcasts and things. He's actually like really kind of in touch with a lot of different things. Which is really neat. What's your favorite wonder IRL? Any you'd love to see or visit in person? Machu Picchu has been on like kind of top of my list for a long time. I don't even know if you're allowed to like go up there anymore. I know a lot of things have changed there recently, but I'd really love to go. South America would be an awesome place to go visit. Any of the Aztec things, and anything at all, really. The Mayan ruins, stuff like that, really interests me. I think it's really cool. But so I'd say Machu Picchu on my list. Do I think Earth Goddess is the most compatible pantheon for Indonesia for culture victory? Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's the most compatible pantheon for a lot of things just because it's so good. Don't say that. No nerf to Earth Goddess. I will quit this game. We already lost Goddess of the Harvest. I will quit. Oh, interesting, Quarian. See, I didn't really like... I realize this isn't a popular opinion, and people are going to rage at me for it, but I actually didn't really like Wheel of Time. I thought it was bad. I thought it was really poorly written. I didn't... To be fair, I didn't get to the Brandon Sanderson written stuff, but I really like Brandon Sanderson series. Mistborn's a fantastic series. The other variations of Mistborn, like the steampunky sci-fi one, not really sci-fi, but steampunky ones are really cool. And I like King Killer Chronicles, or not King Killer Chronicles. Way of Kings is great. Yeah, it's a fun one, Peppermint. It gets really cool because that magic gets applied to different times, basically. Yeah, I've never been a big... I read like the first 4 Wheel of Times and I was just like, I'm done. I'm just done. What? Queerian? That's awful. Why? Why would you say that? I'm a profound believer in honesty, but that's hurtful. I don't want... You don't have any money. Yeah, what did he say? You're leaving us on a cliffhanger. I want to know.
Few inventions have been so you can't go around.
I'm fine trading this scout for that. So exactly. We trade this scout for another scout. It's fine. Oh, and we get a skirmisher, so haha, take that. Joke's on you. Finished more projects, so we're getting closer to Newton. Probably have to run one more project, and then we'll reassess. Been on a big Newton kick. What? No, come on. Okay, all right. Now I have to recap this whole thing because YouTube's going to be like, wait, why don't you put chat on your screen? Because we don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so Quarian, who was never into the Brandon Sanderson books in college, when he took over Wheel of Time, you knew for Christmas you wanted to get your dad that book as it's your father's favorite series. So lo and behold, Brandon Sanderson has a book signing 30 minutes from his college, goes to the signing and bought the books for your dad. When Brandon signed them, he asked you, so you're a big fan then? And you bluntly told him, quite honestly, I've never really enjoyed any of your books. Which, like, if you came to me for a signature and I was like, oh cool, you've been watching like the YouTube, and they'd be like, I don't really like you, I would just start crying. I would just start crying. It would be the worst thing in the world. But obviously Brandon Sanderson is a national treasure and looks at you and smiles and goes, well, I've got something for you then. Reaches down, grabs his newest book, Steelheart, signs it, hands it to you, and later you realize that he put his phone number in the book and said, call me when you're done and tell me what you think. That's fantastic. What a story. Did you read it and did you like it, or did you call him up and be like, yeah, I still think you suck? Because that's a great fourth act. That's already a great 3-act play, Quarian, but the best fourth act is you just like continuing to hate it. No, and so you talk to him? I've quit. I'm off. I'm done. I'm out of you. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. This is not fair. Not fair, Quarian. How come we reward people that don't love us? That's an awesome story, dude. Very cool. Very cool story. Call him up and be like, yeah, it's just juvenile. I don't like it. Yeah, what a cool. I mean, if that doesn't turn you into a fan, nothing would, right? All right, so let's get our builder policy back in there. Maybe even over veterancy. 10, 9, 6. You're not working on it, neither are you. Yeah, let's get out of veterancy. Keep natural philosophy going and bring in serfdom. Something like that. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So we want to send our fourth trader out here. And then like this. We can faith buy our Jongs now, but I'm not really looking to do that. If Sanderson, Rothfuss down, who else? I said Neil Gaiman. I like Neil Gaiman stuff. Again, I can understand if you'd be like, oh, he's overrated, but he's still amazing. Like, I think Led Zeppelin's overrated, but that doesn't mean I don't like them. You know, like, overrated is just a barometer of popularity versus quality, and it doesn't necessarily mean like your quality can still be sky high, public opinion can be up here, and they can be overrated but still really, really good. Specifically for gaming with, yeah, I don't know. I think those are like three pretty good ones that I would want to give out. Who else would I want to sit and talk to or game with, author wise? I don't know. I can't really think of it. Oh, hey man, I don't get me wrong. I own every Led Zeppelin album. Again, like, don't bristle at that. Like, me thinking like that's just coming from the former guitar player in me and being like Jimmy Page is amazing. Like, Robert Plant is just he's kind of got a bad voice. I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to talk about Led Zeppelin. It's going to piss too many people off. But again, I have been obsessed with them most of my life, so. I played Stairway to Heaven in this high school talent show, if that gives you an idea of anything. Used to play guitar. His voice is iconic. He's whiny. And he always, like, if you watch any of his stage presence stuff, it feels like he's really insecure in comparison to Robert Plant, if you ask me. Who hasn't played Stairway to Heaven? Thanks for taking that away from me, Vlad. No, I know. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I didn't play it on the flute. No, I played guitar. We did have one of my friends, Maggie, play flute. She's an awesome person. I miss her. I think she's in Canada now. But she's wildly talented. She like plays for like an orchestra somewhere, and there's like old high school footage of her being like, "There's a lay," and she's just like, she's like a wildly accomplished musician. What made me want to pick up guitar? Kurt Cobain. If I'm being honest, I've owned many guitars over the years. I have my first like Kurt Cobain guitar was a black and white Fender Strat, and then from then I got into other stuff, and I have acoustics. I had a 12-string Ovation acoustic at one point. That was a beautiful guitar, but I sold that for beer money. I don't know. I used to play a lot. I was obsessed with guitar in high school. I don't plan to grab a shotgun? Wait, what does that mean? Oh. I think on that note, I'm going to end the video. I'll see y'all later. I'm sad now.